questions. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. A deal?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe... But if that's the case...
Don't flatter yourself. It was...
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job?
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. But Paimon's worried...
It's not every day you see people question...
Don't you dare try to drive... As long as the terms are reasonable,
Well, I, for one, have no reason...
Yes, one in which I gained valuable The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Wait a second. Former? I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way, so as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after... well, if the...
As we discussed...
I think these two have made their objection to that...
Yeah, obvious! Then let's put that Today can be a trial.
All right.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you... Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. Yes. As I told you... Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the... You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had... It's possible that the Fatui have other information that he was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast, so I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. Exactly! Or what if... I understand. But how things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your... As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on... If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers, it's my pleasure. I was going to contact you about that. In fact, even though he only has a fraction of us, of course I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outgrade. Prepare yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your...
Shut your beak, jailbird!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards.
Sounds like I need to be quite clear about something. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists... I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides. Fine. Let's call it truth.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that.
If there are no further objections, or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy!
We can start...
Irminsul Axis Grid. Is this a small sap? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him! Wow! So... Ooh...
Irminsul is closely intertwined. Pick your jaws up, Bob.
Why is it that Paimon...
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Can you still sense...
Yes.
Permission granted.
Let's go.
Hey, so...
I was just imagining anything's possible.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
It looks the same in every direction. wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Good. You may...
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access... The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida The rest is up to you.
Will do.
Huh. For once... Traveler, Paimon. Yes, I've all... Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our head? That's part of it. Paimon's never tried, so... Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't... As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries. Perhaps today will be the... Well done. So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that. Everyone has a history, Paimon. Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about... If you mean the mysterious... Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like... Oh? How interesting. So the guessing got it well. They guessed right about one thing.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Of course you do. You can't...
So...
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me.
Wait! How did you know about...
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't. Right now, we have... Huh?
This light...
Anonymous Day.
Hey! Don't you forget the...
Shh!
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace.
Is that so?
Whoa!
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great under your leadership. Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming... As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated the forging industry. Skills, blood.
Yes, well, you allowed a... Even now.
You flap...
So you say.
My goods.
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. What have we gained from adopting your new... And recently, none of the people who went... But that doesn't faze...
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so...
Mikoshi Nagamasa.
After all... Why, Mr...
Enough! I'm here because an evil force is... I'm in charge.
Judging from the look...
Drop the act! We're past that now. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this.
You...
I thought I'd disguise myself, except it's a law. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity.
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this.
It's no trouble. If you must know...
The Fatu...
Just to create...
That's it.
Look how even the righteous... My device, it is easy. Make no mistake.
He has no...
What a beautiful way to see the world. Think of me. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will you... Mr. Niwa? Jester, I have completed the task. I'd like to
Hey,
Dottore. Good.
was that the doctor? But when I touch the...
Maybe so.
Does it? But this memory showed you know very well what that means. Let's give him some space. He looks... We need to give him some time to process his emotions. Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. Nobody has... So now you have... It was all horrific. Of all the... After the event, the load was far. The mechanic removed... The balladeer was... He fought Niwa. Holy... Yes.
Dottore, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? It won't.
Hey,
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Ermin.
even if you can't find anything. Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me, just... you look really upset.
Huh?
The reason why there are records about your sister in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Plus, she only came to this world because the heaven...
The heavens.
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with... I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to... Did you get all that?
Yes,
Does this info count?
very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some... Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, give me your hand.
Все, блядь, откусит. Пидор.
Can you hear my voice? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past? Done.
Huh?
Nothing. I was just thanking him. So long. I
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names those who died in Tatarasuna because of me.
Hey, Balladeer!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny thing. But if a colony of harmless...
Balladeer! Uh-oh, he just... Oh no, he's really gone! Oh, Nahida! Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer. It was the Balladeer's fault. I didn't think he'd be capable of some... Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Where the heck did he go? Don't be. It's not... We're running out of time. We're out! This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody... I'm sorry, but... An emergency? Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there... Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really... He wants to change the past? But surely that's right. You can't just rewrite... It's like... Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. actually succeed, right? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas? Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But, so, how about... Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Andrean chili chicken! Oh! Also, Adeptus...
GTA.
Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon said... Is that a food... What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it some... So, the balladeer. Okay, sure. Where are we going? Huh? Fine by Paimon, but... Is everything okay?
Должна от него облик. Что, ни одного, что ли, нету? Тинайте, хай давайте. Кур-кур-кур-кур.
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I was... The once renowned Raiden Gokuden. The art of forging practiced by these most of the great swords. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently, if my memory serves me right...
Oh, yeah! They learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden.
In fact, this was not made known to me, for he told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, there is no harm in telling you the Raiden Gokuden were the targets...
Vengeful?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day. And overseeing it, knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, the smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow in his heart. The whole of Inazuma was culpable in his powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children. Alas, if only the story could have ended. Finally, he made a drastic decision. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, that is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. just yesterday. My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. On to the next step.
Okay, okay.
We're here.
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the commissioner and...
Are they out?
The commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meet...
What do you think? Shall we go in?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with...
We'll be heading in there.
Hello, dears. Of course. What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, as for the commissioner himself, well,
So pretty.
very...
Well, got any more questions?
You're very welcome. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. I must say, many things, and whenever the commissioner dines at home, the commissioner has such a busy schedule. They say it's because Toma's a much better They get to talking about you sometimes too, you know. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. It's been many years now since, as someone who is old and gray, so in the future, if you ever do have the wonderful thing.
Paimon likes it here too. Also, Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite her.
Of course.
All right, goodbye for now. We're great. Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry.
All right.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's...
Very well.
Do my eyes just...
Xavier, what are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now...
We have some questions and thought you might be able...
Certainly do. If there's anything you want to know, just ask. Like the back of my hand. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live at... Oh, well, I'm told that its history is one of the most...
A couple?
One was just in... They say he was a mechanic who could...
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something?
Oh, I didn't realize...
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know...
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a... Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono? I do know the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure. Of course.
Oh, we're leaving?
Oh, you're most welcome. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. Hey, don't make... All right, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are. If you have a moment...
We have time. What do you want to
It's the same topic we discussed...
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh.
I presume you'll want to read mine...
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could get...
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
Wow, so many...
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire...
Ugh.
So
this new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen...
Yes, okay, point taken, you...
And they're back at it.
Oh, so sorry. Look at...
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop of you...
Will do.
Take it easy.
Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon... Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended... The balladeer? You look troubled. Traveler? Hey, what's wrong?
Представив, бля, когда на этом свете. Оказывается, не бля, был.
So, this puppet known as... But how? As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Nevertheless, it does make sense. So, you believe this person really existed? Yes. Theoretically speaking, the Traveler comes from a world beyond to that. That's why there's no... So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past... Paimon's having a hard time on... I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died. Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, he couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance, the story makes sense. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. That power then enabled him to...
Yeah, it does make sense, but it just feels so hopeless.
Please wait a moment. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have...
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy
I authored this.
Huh?
When combined with the Traveler's narrative, it's clear that...
Hold on. So this...
Yes. Any information about the Balladeer, or changing the information, but Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance.
That's incredible!
And sending the Traveler into Irminsul with the Balladeer must have been a further precaution. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with... But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that... There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender, and it could not grow a coat of richly colored... Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire... A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned... The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away. Never again would it cherish how it wished to swallow... I will become the new moon.
We solved it!
I remember now. To become a god. This memory was creating a deity. I buried it deep.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed. Paimon has no memory of him.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important we still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth, and then when you give someone the truth to others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor. Never forget that even when and that is what you have been...
Yeah, Nahita's...
Good idea. Paimon.
You got it! Come on, Traveler! You need to get out of... Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar!
There's a few things I'd like to...
It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. What is it? Have you... Why'd you jump up?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off.
Ой. Давайте, идите отсюда.
Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of...
Leave it to me. I'll find some more.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want... You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see...
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First...
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his sunset? Oh,
This should be enough. Guess I should wash... Huh? You two over there. You've been following me all the way from the city. Have we? No, we haven't met. I have no recollection. Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
a puppet?
Huh?
You were right.
I guess you do know me after all. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all... Okay, but please let me do...
Are you really working for that guy? He said...
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm.
That's odd.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with...
Then let's return...
Take it easy.
Here you go, boss.
Oh, you really...
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever...
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird. But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even...
But I don't... No. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters.
Thank you. All right, done.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
What's wrong? Huh?
Hello.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem...
You say that you're trekking across to Vat to train yourself.
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. But these two claim that they know me.
I wouldn't call it... I don't like to rely on using terms like this often.
Oh, like a past life?
Yes. Something far...
Okay. I have to ask. Oh, you want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. If it's that difficult to talk about, but I'll be able to handle it.
Is truth something?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your you nearly died because of what other people did. And many died because of you. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found... Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit.
I gave everything I had.
In terms of the
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in each choice a person makes.
That is the need.
It seems like my previous...
We're not trying to...
If we were enemies... What?
He's got so much...
Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes.
Please. I want to see them for myself.
Even though it will cause your presence...
I'm just a puppet. With no heart and...
Very well.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him?
Don't worry. Whatever danger...
Traveler, could I ask you to super...
Oh, good point.
Understood.
Thank you.
Блядь.
This looks like...
Right now, these memories will...
Sounds like an immersive experience.
You don't need to do this for me.
We never give up halfway.
All right.
Wanderer.
Is that because...
You...
I hear foot...
This place... No, there's... You're awake! Huh. Not a...
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Tor...
And the rest is his...
In the original...
Let me get you...
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as the second, but Katsuragi...
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
That's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you...
I was abandoned.
Okay, I heard my mom. He kept coughing.
But you can't.
Yup.
Where this child did after his mother died. After leaving to...
What happened to the child?
He died from his illness while he was still very young.
Hey! What's wrong? Say so! You promised me we could be family! The voices have gone.
Let's keep going.
Take it easy.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
This place is dark.
In the original,
such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me?
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling? Perhaps you find...
Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you...
Save your breath.
I'm sure you think so.
Surely.
I just can't have you...
I merely Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Goka look at you. By then, see you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue?
the plot does not...
Yes.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Torn to oblivion!
Can't run from death.
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru.
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis...
Welcome.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should...
The biological
Nothing worse than what...
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you. Alas,
That was gracefully...
I suggest...
The doctor...
That person gives off a...
It's normal for...
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm...
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you...
In your eyes?
Do you think there are any differences? Whoever has to...
I've seen enough of my... No matter the consequences, I won't run for... Can you return my memories?
Huh? But won't that mean you...
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules. As a puppet living in a human world...
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your Are you sure you want...
I've lived with the void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. But then I met you. And I finally... I've always felt I have an innate so I beg you.
Very well. Since your mind is made up... You have made your decision. Now, take this.
set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Questions? Too slow.
Behold! At my command, you shall fall! Squall and Fury! Churn! Wretched vermin! Behold! Insignificant pest!
How amusing.
The wind rises. My endless cycle begins! Squall and Fury! Feeble human! You dare to gaze upon me? Behold! Imbecile!
It disappeared.
What did you expect?
Wait! But it was you inside that thing too!
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. But don't worry. Thanks to you...
The memory recovery seems to have been a success.
Come on. Let's...
Welcome back, traveler. You don't like being a dread?
It's fine. But after learning about everything the doctor did, I'm not planning on returning to the Fatu.
So, you're quitting the Fatui.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali.
But that doesn't mean...
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you're changing the world. What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence.
Indeed.
Do you regret doing all that when you've got...
Even if I'm completely worthless, Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't...
Yes. And I took...
Why would you go to such lengths?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you up, but before that...
Very clever.
I guess you could say that...
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So, oh right. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated...
I'm glad you're able to, Traveler, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened? I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you... So that's how you found out who... Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that... I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops, and some things in this world can never be... Everything that you feel is real. To be human is to live with imperfections.
But humans can't live without a heart.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a... The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal.
Ooh! Paimon wants to...
Why?
Because...
A name is life's first gift. You didn't... The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name...
No! Paimon only does nicknames! If it's a serious name you're after, it's all...
Have you got anything?
Blah. Блин, ну...
Are you sure? Oh, all right. If you say so.
There. Now...
What about a nickname? Are you done yet? Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer, well...
You mean
the doctor.
Now that your stance has changed...
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see... Even though the events have been erased from the world...
I see. Huh?
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Alright, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you—
He's gone. What he went through today would have been like living an entire—
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat?
Thank you both.
Ну, ё-моё.
I've got it! I can end—
You mean because everyone—
Yeah! I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect— The dark clouds had dissipated. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. All these expressions of joy, melt life.
Take it easy.
Whew, it's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow, good! Huh? Look at the vid. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room?
You sound lost, and I know why you are troubled.
Huh?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat can— When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, like a vase that falls to the ground. History does not change easily, but—
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? Anyway, it feels wrong just leaving it there.
Действительно. Все, пойман, мы не дождались. Первого наречения. Да, у вас это разбито.